Dan DiDio has a new job, and it's Professor Dan DiDio. Did you see that one coming? No, Dan DiDio has joined the Kubert School to teach classes on how to develop comic books and and sell them. Is this a good role for DiDio? Are you happy with this? Are you anxious to go take courses from the Kubert School and Dan DiDio? Let's talk about that and what the Kubert School is. I'm surprised people don't necessarily know what it is. So I'll explain that too. Hey everybody, this is Perch. The Kubert School is a school. It's a college, a private technical school, trade school, as some call them, designed to teach sequential art and the comics and kind of commercial illustration. And in many cases, it's had a number of creators have come through it. Everybody from of course, the Kuberts themselves, but also Lee Weeks and Alex Malev, Amanda Connor, and tons and tons and tons of people. Generally, it's got about 15 or so, teachers at any given time. And, I think student body, they're saying about 150. I don't know if that's changing now with online learning or any of that. But this is in Dover, New Jersey. There's an actual school there with a building and everything. And they've got classes like you're going to like if you're going to an art school. What I'm not sure is what kind of degree you get out of this, or if you get a degree out of this. If there's an AA degree or associates, I'm not finding that answer, but I'm going to keep looking while we talk, and maybe I'll figure it out. But anyway, it's not it's not cheap, but it's a good thing. You'll learn some good things. One thing that I've heard is that the school in the past has struggled with the exact type of class that DiDio is putting on, which is, okay, you have this concept and you're not just learning how to draw or how to letter or ink or whatever it happens to be, you actually need to learn how to go promote what you're doing. So that's been a critique I've heard about the Kubert School in the past. Here we go. Tuition and fees for the Kubert School are due in 2 installments at July 15th, December 15th for the school year, and that looks to be about $21,000, give or take. And then you get some computer schools and other things. But it's been a case where a lot of people have gone through this school. They do some cool stuff. You learn some cool stuff. From everything that I've heard, it's got a nice structured program of everything that it does, and it seems to be pretty positive. I haven't heard any kind of ridiculous craziness come out of that school. I've generally heard some positive things out of that class. So there you go. Nothing wrong with Kubert School. So why do we went off on a weird tangent? So Dan DiDio, former DC publisher, removed from his position earlier this year, now has joined the facility, and he's going to teach how to go pitch things to do. So this is a good fit probably for DiDio. I mean, right now with the pandemic and everything going on, I don't know what comic company is going to hire DiDio. It doesn't seem like that would be a must hire for anybody at the current moment. So good on him for finding that. But like I said, his intentions is that he's going to show how to develop, present ideas for a character book or series, or to publishers or other media outlets. During the weekly class, you will discuss and work toward constructing a series Bible and a story concept pitch. They'll generate opportunities in a crowded marketplace. I think that anyone who's entering the industry should go and find this information somewhere. What's interesting is there's a lot of classes at various times and blogs and other things for creators kind of telling you how to do it. I've seen a few. I've never taken any of these classes, but I've seen the curriculum. I've had PowerPoint shared with me and other things, and they've always been a little bit not dodgy, but they seem to miss one kind of key piece, which is you can do everything technically right and still fail. And oftentimes the measure of success has a lot to do with kind of having a good finger on what is marketable, have a good way of explaining your pitch, having a good way of basically doing more than others, showing that you've thought through the problem bigger. That there's a lot of kind of personality aspects that seems to separate who succeeds and who fails. And so I don't, who knows if Dan DiDio will bring that or not. It's a big question mark of if Dan DiDio is. Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to hear his take on all this about how to do it. He obviously did bring some properties successfully. He also did not. So he's definitely a big name in the industry, and this makes sense. But I guess the question would go to you. So what about you? Would you take a class by Dan DiDio on how to successfully market a property? Or is it a case of, hey, whether you like this guy or didn't like this guy, he's got information about the industry, he can provide it, I would want to listen. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment below. Would you go to a college for this? The other interesting part to all this is I've talked to a number of different comic creators who have gone to art school. I've talked to some who have not. I haven't seen a terrible measure of difference between people who have gone to school and people who have not for this. I've seen success in both places. And I'm kind of, my own personal opinion, this is what I'd love to get some thoughts on in the comments below, is like, if does it make sense to go to school for comics? Or if you're self-motivated, should you go to school for other things, like getting a business degree or maybe a computer science degree or something else, and then doing the comics thing on the side, being motivated to do that? Is that a better route for you? Do you get a similar, what would you learn in a school for comic books? I mean, you could learn things. I'm not dismissing the idea of going to class. It's just, it's an interesting thing to kind of pull your head around, because a lot of comic styles and individual creation and sequential art, everything, you definitely need to learn some of that. But if you learn that and you don't learn the business fundamentals, how to manage yourself, what basic marketing things are, then it feels like you're at a disadvantage. So I rarely see that all these things are put together. And to be fair, I haven't looked closely into the Kubert School. I see that of the course launching October 1st, we got DiDio's course, we got storyboards, basic drawing 2, and narrative art. I'm sure those would be amazing courses to be a part of and learn from. But I still think there's a missing element here if you're trying to break into comics around business fundamentals. And I think that's, I just rarely see it hit. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. Follow me on social media or send me an email at comicsperch@gmail.com. And thanks for listening.